right, Nick, let's talk about one of our favorite teams to talk about here, the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders got out of their second preseason game, Hall of Fame game, then the week 1 preseason game, but second overall. They got a little bit earlier start on everybody. And there's some pretty intriguing stories coming out of Raiders camp, and one that I really like to hear because it's a player near and dear to my heart. But we'll get in there shortly here. But Raiders fans, we want to know, NFL season's about to start up, and what better time to do some way too early predictions of the awards than right now? Let us know in the comments below. Who do you think off your team is a good MVP candidate? Is it Carr? Is it Devontae Adams? Is there like a defensive player in the year candidate? And Max Crosby, I think potentially he could put up some big sack numbers. Dynamic player. And, does a guy like Zamir White, does he sneak in Offensive Rookie of the Year? You never know. He could have a breakout season without anybody ever seeing it coming. But let us know in the comments below. Who do you think are some great candidates from the Raiders for these awards? But Nick, let's get into the story.
Yeah, so on that, before we get into the story, I think if Derek Carr beats Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, Justin Herbert, wins the division, I think he's probably going to win the MVP just because that's unheard of.
Oh, yeah.
But let's, like you said, let's get into the story. So this is according to Pro Football Rumors. Much has been made this offseason about the most significant addition to the Raiders pass-catching core and the effect he will have on the team's wide receiver room. However, much of the offensive success will still depend on the play of tight end Darren Waller, though, which makes his health status one of great importance. The Pro Bowler has been, quote, held out of Vegas's training camp due to a hamstring injury, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. He adds that the issue is not considered serious, something which is concerning, but nevertheless a potential source of concern in the build-up to the season. All right, Maya. So Darren Waller this offseason had been, rumored and linked to the Raiders trying to get a bigger deal, right? He wants a big extension. He certainly earned it. He's been a very productive player for the Raiders. And really, before they added Adams and, Hunter Renfrow came on, was really their big offensive star, the real playmaker. And I really think what the Raiders are doing with Waller here by holding him out, and according to this report, there's concern about the injury. Based on the fact that it's not serious, I'm not concerned. And Raiders fans, I don't think you should be concerned either. But I think the Raiders organization is kind of doing something really smart here. So Darren Waller, unlike a lot of other guys, right, whether it's Roquan Smith this year or other players in prior years, instead of, really wanting a contract extension and holding out or holding in like they do these days where they just show up and don't do anything, instead, what the Raiders are saying, we, the Raider organization, we're going to let Darren Waller, basically take the time out and kind of hold in on his own. He doesn't have to go against us, right? He didn't go public about it. He didn't air dirty laundry with the organization. He didn't pull a Kyler Murray and delete everybody from social media and get all passive aggressive or anything like that. He showed up to work, willing to work with Derek Carr, willing to learn the new offense under Josh McDaniels, get acquainted with guys like Devontae Adams, work on his deal with Hunter Renfrow and all that kind of stuff, and didn't make it about him. So the Raiders in return did the smart thing, and they put all the onus on them, the organization, and said, hey, Darren Waller, take training camp off. Relax, get better. We know you probably could have fought through the training camp injury, maybe taken a little time off. Relax. We know you're a good player. We need you ready for the season where it's a brutal AFC West. We need you healthy. You did us a solid by not making this a public relations nightmare. We're going to do you a solid by not forcing you to practice. What do you think of the Raiders' move here with Waller and the whole situation there?
Yeah, this seems like good faith negotiating, like 101.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, we're going to do good by you. You've done good by us. You've been a great player. You're a great asset to this team. A strong shoulder. I think Waller is one of the guys who came in early and helped the culture shift in Las Vegas with the Raiders in general. Congratulations to Waller also. He's 5 years sober. That's a pretty big deal for him.
Huge monster, yeah.
But that's part of the thing is Waller came in, and Max Crosby also had some addiction issues, I believe, with alcohol. And they came in, leaned on each other. They got through, and he's part of the shift of this culture in Las Vegas. And he's a really big piece of this organization, of the offense. He's a superstar in the making. I would even go as far as say he's already a superstar. He's probably top 5 tight end in the league, easy, no question. But I like what the Raiders are doing here. They're showing, like, we know who you are. We know what you're all about. Let's let the agents in the front office, negotiate a deal. You don't even have to say anything. Like, just take the camp off. So I really like the move. I think it's a strong move by the Raiders organization and a good negotiating tactic to say, hey, look, we care about him as a player. We're going to give you what we think is the fairest deal possible. So I'm excited to see what comes out of it deal wise. But this has been a strong offseason for the Raiders in general.
Yeah, well, especially we're kind of seeing now why the Raiders, throughout all the disaster that happened last year with Ruggs and Gruden and all that, why they found a way to make the playoffs. Although Darren Waller was hurt a lot last year, but Max Crosby obviously played, Derek Carr obviously played. You can see there's a lot of really mature people, guys who have gone through real life, real adversity, things that really matter other than wins and losses. And you can see what that does to a locker room and how it galvanizes the team and what it did for them last year. And it's carrying it over into this year. And again, credit to the Raiders for recognizing how important it is. We talk about some teams where, we brought up the Lions, where like the culture is like set by the head coach on down. Dan Campbell setting the attitude for the Detroit Lions, and the Lions are following. The Raiders are pretty unique here, where I think the culture and the attitude is set with guys like Carr and Waller and Crosby, and it kind of trickles up, if that makes sense. It kind of goes the other way. And you can see the effect in the Raiders organization, how they're responding to Waller. And I think this is all just really good news and really good vibes for the Raiders, and they're going to need it because, like I said, this is a brutal AFC West, a brutal AFC in general. But I think right now they're probably one of the more well-suited, more veteran, well-adjusted teams to handle this pressure. And I'm excited to see how they do this year.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.